we started our morning about 5 a.m. at Fort St. John. Did 4.5 hours driving up to Fort Nelson. Went there and grabbed all of our groceries for the rest of the week, and then started on the rest of the Alaskan highway. And although having the opportunity to do it was great, and we did it for a month long, so about 4 trips we did on this. It is a fairly boring road. As you can see here, it's pretty straight and it stays like this for quite a while. So I've cut the videoing down by quite a bit. There's a couple of lakes on the way there. There's Laird Hot Springs, which is a natural spring built into the natural habitat. There's a campground that's open there all year round, and we stopped there for some food and then went on to Watson Lake, where we had to register with the scale house for our permit and that to travel through Yukon. We didn't actually stay there the night. We went on to Teslin. So in total we did about 703 miles that day, 1,154 kilometers. A very long day, but we wanted to push on. There's not many places on the Alaskan highway to stop before Watson Lake, and with it being provincial parks and things, you're not able to just pull over and just stay there, sort of thing. So coming along this highway, they were doing some repairs, new tarmac here, so no lines at the time. They were repairing some of the bridges as well. There was, you just saw the tanker truck going in the left-hand side there. That was keeping the dust down. We saw a couple of tractors out mowing the lawns, well, not the lawns really, the side of the road, to get ready for the winter time. The scenery changed all the time on this, with the different colours and things, as we got up into the mountain more sparsely. But fairly light traffic on this road really, for this time of year. There's the 2 tractors that I had said about. I would say majority of vehicles that we came across were trucks, and then a couple of campers and that started to head south. down a lot, and I found that everybody who came across any of the animals, they did slow down. So we had mum and babies and dad there, so it was good to see. I think that we'd seen a couple of these before. This one I remember taking pictures of. So we've just entered Stone Mountain Provincial Park and we are coming up to Summit Lake. It has Mount St Paul on the right hand side, and is just an amazing one. You'll see the colour as we come around. There's a campground normally open on the left hand side, but this time of year they're closed. A couple of pullouts that people go to, lots and lots of hikes here that you can experience, and you can see there's a fifth wheel there. A lot of we saw a lot of RVs, fifth wheels, and that coming down as obviously it's the winter time, so the snowbirds start coming back down and they'll go to warmer climate sort of thing. But you can see the glacier fed lake here, just great viewing, and probably really cold as well. So I think this is Mount Sylvie in the background here, which is part of the Northern Rocky Mountains Provincial Park. Both parks join fairly close together. There's a couple of mines around in that area. There's the Kawacha Wilderness Park as well, Magnum Mine. There's the Dunza Keith Provincial Park as well, so a big area for provincial parks, and lots of hikes, walks, and in the summertime campgrounds are all open now, but they tend to close about September, end of September. Along this highway, and they're all metal, like corrugated, and that stops the ice build up during the winter time. This is Muncho Lake, Muncho Lake. This road is very windy, as you'll see, mostly gravel. The Highway 97 for this Alaskan highway goes between tarmac and gravel. I drove this road when we came back, and it's I'm not sure I'd like to do it when it's fully snow. Because there's no markings. Obviously, yes, you've got the yellow posts by the lake area, but in my experience with driving in Ontario or even BC, once the snow comes in and the lakes are covered and everything, there's not a lot of difference between the roads and the lakes. So the traffic wasn't too bad this time of year, and we were lucky. The snow hadn't come in. It was going to be any time sort of on that trip, and we did this trip about 4 times up until about the end of October, and then we went over to Ontario and got snow there actually, but this particular year Canada didn't get very much snow anywhere. So the tanker coming up towards us on this particular corner, we met quite a few of these going on up to Yukon, and they can, if they're behind you, they can push you fairly hard because they're so used to this road that they just trundle along fairly quickly. This is one of the open plains that I took a picture of, and then this is the beginning of Muncho Lake. There was a huge pullout that we stopped at and let Max have a run around. And then this is one of the herds of bisons that were relocated up north of Laird Hot Springs in 1995 to start encouraging the growth of the bison. So this video has taken me about a year nearly to make. With our move back to UK, I packed things away and changed iPads, and unfortunately have lost quite a few of my videos and photos. They're stuck in the cloud somewhere and unable to get them. So this is the end of my video for the Alaskan Highway. Hope you enjoyed it.